Hey everyone, so today I'm doing an update on my project pan and I just wanted to show you my progress. Let me fix the exposure real quick. Okay, so the first thing I wanted to show you is this Revlon lip butter. I completely finished it. That is all that's left. Let me zoom in. You can see that it's down to the plastic, so I'm calling that done. An update on my MAC lipstick that I showed you in the first video. I'll insert a picture beside it from when I showed the progress on it, but I don't have very much left on this lipstick. And that is in Viva Glam V. Now, the lipsticks that I'm going to replace the two that I use up are going to be these two. This is Airy by Rimmel. I'm going to try and use up this lipstick, which I love. This lipstick is just beautiful. It's got like a gold shimmer and it's just a perfect nude pink color. I will be repurchasing this shade when I run out. And also, I plan on using up, I'm going to replace, right now I'm currently going to replace the Revlon lip butter that I used up with this lipstick, the L'Oreal Fairest Nude lipstick. This is just so beautiful, and it's another one that I will repurchase. It's creamy, it's just beautiful. So I will be repurchasing that and using this up this year. I wanted to add something else to this project pan. I have an EOS Lip Balm that I've been working on. I've been using this every single night before I go to sleep to try and finish it. So I'm going to open this up real quick and I'm going to show you it compared to a newer one so you can see how much I have left. Okay, so there's the newer one on the left and then there's the older one on the right. As you can tell, I don't have a ton of product left in the one on the right, so I'm going to add that to my project pan to finish. And then I wanted to give a little tip on how I can get through lip balms. I find that keeping a few by my bedside at night and applying them every night before I go to bed, that has helped me to start to get through them. So that's just a little tip if you have a lot of lip balms you're trying to use up. But yeah, there's an update on that EOS Lip Balm. Okay, and also I hit pan on my powder. If you look from the first video, you can see that I hadn't hit pan on it yet. I used it about a week or two ago, and yeah, I finally hit pan on this. My goal is to finish this by the end of the year, and then I have a rice powder by Palladio. It's really messy, but I want to use it up. So I hit pan on this. There's a couple things that I'm going to call it quits on. I'm not going to use this eyeshadow pencil. It's so dried out. It drags and it just doesn't work at all. I mean, it's so old. I'm not even going to try. Also, I'm going to call it quits on this stick concealer by Maybelline. It's really old and it drags just like the other one, and it creases really bad in my fine lines. So maybe you all could recommend a really good concealer. I know that Maybelline has a I'll have to enter the name of it below, but it's like the little thing you swipe under your eyes and it brightens them. So I'm probably going to get that for my under eye. Also, I wanted to show an update on the Pixi. It's not really a concealer. I've actually been researching it. It's actually a color corrector for under your eyes. So you put it on and it has like that pink oranginess to it to cancel out purple and blue tones, and then you put your concealer over top of it. So I had been wearing it on its own thinking it was like a concealer and having orange under eyes. Now that I know how to use it properly, I'm going to get a concealer to use over it. So I'm going to show you the progress on this. I have been using it pretty religiously. And this little pot is really full. I mean, I'm surprised at how long it's taken me to get through this. There's 3 grams of product, so yeah, it's going to take me a while to get through this, but I know I can get it finished. Okay, so this is the palette that I'm going to focus on this year, on trying to hit pan on some of the shades. I don't ever intend on finishing a palette because I don't wear eyeshadow every day. I wear it sometimes, like maybe once or twice a week, maybe at best. So if I hit pan on one shade, then I'm going to say it's success because I have 2 or 3 other palettes. So I'm going to show you the shades that I've been using pretty frequently lately, and I'll make those as like my goals to hit pan on. Okay, so the shades I'm really loving is Flower Child. It's just like a perfect creamy shade. And also, I've been loving the 2 brown ones there. I'm trying to see the name. Jet Setter and Smarty Pants. I've been using those together on the brush and just putting those in my crease. And then I'll use some of Funny Girl with my finger and put that on the lid. And it's a really nice natural day look. So I've been using those and I really hope to hit pan on those. I don't know if I'll ever hit pan on the other shades. I might start using the other 2 dark ones there, Smoke Show and Activist, as liners. That way I can get through them. But I'm pretty sure I can hit pan on at least a few of these shades. If I focus on it this year, I know I can. So I'm going to focus on this palette and a few of the shades in there. Okay, so something else that I said that I was going to be using for my project pan is this Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. I just want to hit pan on it this year, and if I do, then I'm happy. I have another Physicians Formula bronzer that I want to start working on after I hit pan in this one. And I've been using this like every day. I don't know how people can get through these so fast. But I've just been using it in my hollows of my cheeks and on my forehead, and it adds just a perfect natural glow, not glow, but you know, hint of tanness. When summertime comes around and we start going to the water park, I'll need something a little bit darker, and I have a darker Physicians Formula. I think it's called Bronze Booster. It's in a brown packaging. I'm going to be using that one and setting this one just for in the winter time, but I do want to hit pan on this. So I have made you can see some of the bronzer is gone there on the top. I've been using it. And there's a lot of product in these. I was actually looking at it. It's going to take a while because look, let me show you. There is 11 grams of bronzer in here, so I just want to hit pan on that. I'm not going to say I'm going to finish it, but I do want to hit pan. Another thing that I want to hit pan on, which I'm pretty sure I can finish this, is this eyeshadow single in Brulee from Wet n Wild. I've been using this a lot lately. Actually, I've been using it to set concealer under my eyes because it's kind of just like a natural color, if that makes any sense. But I like using that on my eyes before I put on eyeshadow, and it's great. Also, I want to hit pan on this highlighter, butter highlighter. Again, I mentioned it in the beginning of my video, my project pan video. It was brand new when I showed it, and I have been working on the center of it, and the center is starting to get wore down. This highlighter, it's good, but I do notice by the end of the day it's kind of faded. I might try to play around with a different primer once I'm out of my little sample primer, which that is also part of my project pan, if I can find it. But there's that. Okay, so here's the primer I was talking about. This is a sample of the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. And this was full when I showed my update, and you can see the line there on where I'm at with it. I've just been using this under my foundation every time I put on my foundation. It's okay. I don't really notice a difference with the wear of my foundation or if it controls any oils or anything like that. I just want to get through it, and there is a primer that I have heard about from Physicians Formula. Once I use this up, I want to get it to use under my foundation, so you can see the fill line there. Next up is this Revlon Nearly Naked Foundation. You can't see the fill line. I'm going to have to let it sit for a while for my next update, just so you can see where it's at. But I have been using this every time I wear foundation. I have been using this. I have a darker shade for in the summertime, and I know as soon as I go out and get sun, I'm going to immediately be too tan for this shade. But I do plan on using this up this year. I think last time I looked at it, the fill line was like down to here. So I've been using it a lot. So I plan on using that up. And also another foundation, I should have put this at the beginning of my project pan. This is the Wet n Wild Cushion Foundation. And I want to show you, I've only used this foundation probably, I want to say 10 times, and you can see that the product is just, there's not much left in there. I am going to use this up, this foundation. It's good. I really like it, but for the price and the amount of product that you get, I'm not going to repurchase it. It's really expensive if you work out the math. There was somebody on YouTube that did. I think I'm going to start applying it with my fingers, the little puff that's in there. It's like it soaks up too much, and I can't really clean it or anything. So I'm going to start using my fingers with this and then brushing it in on my face. But it's already almost gone, so that will probably be done by the time my next project pan update shows up. And now on to a couple things that are samples that I finished. This is a sample of Restore Instant Repair hair conditioner. It's like conditioner, leave-in conditioner. It's supposed to mend your broken ends and stuff. I didn't notice a difference. The only thing I noticed a difference with my hair with this, I used it every time I washed my hair for like 2 weeks. The only difference I noticed was my hair was not as tangly, and that is like the only difference there was. So I won't be purchasing that. Now this only has 1 or 2 pumps left in it. This is the Caviar Repair Lengthening Hair and Scalp Elixir. I have been using this and massaging it into my scalp on the back of my head and on the top of my head. I have been suffering with hair loss lately, and I haven't really noticed a difference in my hair loss. But what I have noticed with this is it got rid of my dandruff. I mean, I have no more dandruff. So that's really good, but unfortunately the price tag on this, I think, is like $40 or $50 for a full-size bottle of this. I'm probably not going to purchase it. I can just get a good dandruff shampoo, to combat my dandruff. So I'm going to say a pass on buying a full size of that, even though it does get rid of my dandruff. Well, I hope this video was inspiring, and maybe it gave you a little bit of tips with the balms on how to use those up. I just keep 3 balms by my bedside, and I swap them on before bed, and that's one way you can use them up. But stay tuned in April, by the end of April, I think, for an update on all these things, and see you all next time.